do? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are all here rejoicing. We are glad in it. Today is Thursday, November the 9th, 2023, and we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Do me a quick favor if you're coming on live. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know that your boy, Ramonepreston, my squad, we are all live here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, and you, my friend, are watching the Ramonepreston Show. Again, hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know that the Ramonepreston Show is live. Today, we're going to be talking about the three biggest problems in business. The three biggest problems in business. And the three that I'm going to give you today are probably not the three that most people are thinking about. So, should be interesting for all of you that want to learn more about starting and structuring and scaling your business. So hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, let them know that we're live. Be sure to put in the comments what city you're watching us from. I appreciate all of you for joining the show, for supporting the show, for always giving us love. And I want to make sure that no matter what platform you are watching the Ramonepreston Show on, please, sir, please, ma'am, if you would be so kind, at some point today, make sure that you visit my YouTube page and subscribe to our YouTube page. We love all of our social media platforms. We appreciate all of you on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, on X, formerly known as Twitter. But more importantly, we need your subscription on our YouTube page. Why? Because first of all, YouTube has been by far the most impactful channel that we have on social media. We have literally thousands upon thousands of people who watch our videos on a monthly basis. We have over 3,300 videos parked on YouTube. And we get more responses, questions, feedback from YouTube than any other platform. And we almost have 10,000 subscribers. So we're about 500, a little over 500 subscribers away to hit 10,000. So please do me a favor. Even if it's after today's show, be sure to join our YouTube family. And the way you join our YouTube family is by subscribing to my YouTube page. So again, good afternoon. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you don't know, now you know. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, literally every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time. My squad and I, we come here live and we share information with you. We give you the game. I want you to be successful. I want you to be financially free. I want you to have a business that can take care of you and your family and be a blessing to a lot of people. But I also know that in order for any of those things to happen, you got to get educated. You got to get that knowledge. Like if it's one thing that has been the biggest blessing to me outside of God, outside of the spiritual things that have happened to me, I would have to say it is the education and the knowledge that I committed myself to. And guess what? Even the relationship I have spiritually with God and with the church and what I've been able to do in ministry, it has a lot to do with how I put forth my effort and action to get knowledge, to study, to become educated in the things that I love the most about ministry, about business, about money, about relationships, about life. So again, it's all about the knowledge. Today on the show, I want to talk about the three biggest problems in business. The three biggest problems in business. Now, if you were to ask the average entrepreneur who owns a business, what are your three biggest problems? If you were to ask an entrepreneur that question, what are your 3 biggest problems? Most likely, they would say that number 1, their biggest problem is probably no money. Most entrepreneurs will say that. If you were to ask the average entrepreneur who owns a business, what are your 3 biggest problems? They would probably say, number 1, their biggest problem is they ain't got no money. Number 2, they would probably say no customers or clients. And number 3, they would probably say, and there are studies and statistics that show this, so I ain't just making this up and winging it. All you got to do is Google this stuff. And if you look at a lot of the studies and the surveys and the statistics that support what I'm sharing with you, it's easy to find out that most people who own businesses will say that if they had to make a list of their top 3 problems in business, they will be no money, no customers, and no support. That could mean staff, or that could mean family members. So most entrepreneurs, if you were to ask them, hey man, hey gal, hey bruh, hey sis, what are your top 3 biggest problems in your business? Most entrepreneurs will give you these 3 reasons. Man, I ain't got no money. The bank won't give me a loan. My credit card's maxed out. I can't get no funding. I ain't got no working capital. Nobody will give me a line of credit. That's what most entrepreneurs will say. They will also say, I ain't got no customers. Nobody ain't buying my products. Nobody's buying my services. Nobody don't want to do business. It's the time of the year. Everybody's saving their money. It's a recession, blah, 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 blah. And number 3, they will say, I don't have no support. Nobody don't want to work for me. I can't find reliable people. Everybody want to get paid $30 an hour, but they want to do work like they're getting paid $5 an hour. These are typically the 3 biggest problems that most entrepreneurs say they have in their business. And guess what? If you have heard an entrepreneur say this, or if you have said this, that these are the 3 biggest problems in your business, you and they, all y'all, if you say that, are absolutely wrong. These are not your problems. Those are not the biggest problems in business. These are the biggest excuses that people make, but they're not the biggest problems. These are not the biggest problems in business, okay? So if you have ever used one of these 3 reasons for why you have problems in your business, I want you to take that out of your vocabulary. I want you to stop believing that, because having no money is not your problem. Having no customers is not your problem. Having no support or no staff or reliable people, it ain't your problem. That is not what your problem is when it comes to your business, okay? We're going to change that. Now, what are the real problems in business? Let me give you the real problems in business. The first real problem in business is that you don't have any marketing. Marketing is the biggest problem in a business, not money. Marketing, okay? Not money. So let me just put marketing there. Marketing, not money. Marketing is your biggest problem in business, not money, all right? So if you don't have money, you got to look at why you don't have money. And it's probably because you're not marketing your business the right way. Now, there are a lot of things that you could do to fix this marketing problem. All right. But I want to first establish a foundation that makes it clear that your biggest problem in business, and this is proven by the smartest people and the most successful people on the planet, the biggest problem most entrepreneurs have in business is not that they don't have money, but it's that they do not market their business correctly, all right? The second biggest problem in business is not that you don't have customers, is that you're not making any sales. And you might say, well, isn't that the reason why I'm not making sales? Because I don't have customers? No, that's not why you don't make sales. You're not making sales is because you're not marketing yourself and your business, and you're not generating enough leads. You're not generating enough leads. No one will become a customer or a client to your business unless they are first a lead. And in order for them to become a lead, they have to give you their name, their number, their email address, their information, and give you an opportunity to communicate to them and give them value so that at some point they will become a paid customer or client. Okay? So the second biggest problem in business for most entrepreneurs is not customers or the lack thereof. It's sales. And your ability to sell has nothing to do with a customer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your ability to sell or your inability to sell has nothing to do with the customer. Do not blame that on customers. Customers are not our problems. That's not our problems. And number three, the third biggest reason, the third biggest problem in a business is not support. Support is not the third biggest problem. It's systems. And I could say processes. That has nothing to do with people. Like if you can just revert the responsibility back to yourself and stop blaming everybody else for why your business is not succeeding, for why you're not making enough money, for why you're not able to do the things that you want to do as an entrepreneur. If you just revert the responsibility back to you, I promise you're going to already be light years ahead of most people. Because it's so easy for us as people, as humans anyway, but especially as entrepreneurs and business owners, it's so easy for us to blame everybody else for the problems we have in our businesses. But I'm here to tell you, after over 20 years of being a full-time entrepreneur, I have come to realize more than one time, I've realized this time and time again, that the biggest problems in business have nothing to do with people. It has everything to do with you as the owner of your business. Now, you might disagree with me on what I'm saying, but the fact that you disagree with what I'm saying don't change the truth about the situation, okay? So again, most entrepreneurs, if you ask them, what are the three biggest problems in your business? Most entrepreneurs will say it's money, it's customers, and it's support. That's what most entrepreneurs will say. And I'm telling you, that is not true. Money is not your problem. That is not your problem in business. Customers are not your problem in business. Having support or staff or people to help you is not your problem in business. If you think those three things are your biggest problems in business, you're the problem. I'm going to be the one to tell you straight up. I'll keep it 100 with you. If you think as an entrepreneur who owns a business, if you think money is your problem, customers are your problem, and having support from staff or people, reliable people to help you is your problem, you're the problem, because that's not your problem in business, okay? The real problems in business is marketing. So how do you fix it? You got to learn to market. You got to get better at marketing. You got to create content. You got to show up on social media every day. You got to post. You might have to get in front of the camera, get in front of your phone. You might have to communicate with people. You might have to tell stories. And I'm talking about stories like about your life and give people access to who you are. Let people see different sides of you. You may have to give up a little privacy. You also have to market by giving people value. So if it's certain things that you can do well, maybe you need to do some of those things for people for free. You have to be okay providing free information, free support, giving people access to you, and not putting all these barriers up. This is one of the reasons why when I see a business owner on social media with a private page that nobody can get access to, what that tells me is that they're probably not making any money, or they're not making enough money. Because everybody else who's making money, they don't have private accounts. Now, they may have private groups where you have to get access to, but most of their main accounts are open because they should understand this is a form of marketing. You should be using social media to the advantage of your business, even if you're using your personal account. Most of the accounts that I use for my business are my personal accounts. So if you go to YouTube, if you go to Facebook, if you go to Instagram, if you go to LinkedIn, with the exception of Facebook, I do have a business page because they require you to have a business page to run ads. But all these other social media sites, it's a personal page. I don't even have a business page on these sites. And guess what? They're open. They're not closed private sites because I want people to have access to me. I want to open myself up to the world. I know that comes with controversy. It comes with hate. It comes with negativity. It comes with criticism. So everything comes with that. If you're not known, you're going to have problems. If nobody ever gets to know you, guess what? You still going to have problems. I would rather have problems with people knowing me, but I fix some of my other problems because now I'm making money because I'm more known. So for all of you that are watching me, if you are an entrepreneur, the most important thing you can do to fix the biggest problem in your business is start marketing. Start giving people value. Start sharing information. Stop holding everything in, acting like what you got is the next best thing since sliced bread. You don't want nobody to steal your information. You don't want to give people what you got. You don't want nobody to know what God done showed you. Well, guess what? You're going to stay small, and most likely you're going to stay broke, and your business is going to suffer. You got to open yourself up, and you got to market, okay? And money is going to follow your marketing because you got to build a database. You got to build a list, a lead board, a list of names and numbers and email addresses of people that you can call and communicate with so that as you continue to market, now you can fix the second problem, which is sales, because your second biggest problem in business is not customers. Remember what I said earlier. There's a difference between a lead and a customer. And having a customer or not having a customer is not a problem in business. That's not a real problem. Because if you have a problem with customers, it's because you have a problem marketing to get leads. And if you get leads and you cannot turn those leads into customers or clients, it's not their fault. It's because you do not know how to sell. That means you got to learn how to sell. You have to get familiar with scripts. You have to familiarize yourself with professional sales processes. You have to learn how to qualify people and give proper presentations and demonstrations. And you got to learn how to close. You got to learn how to ask people the hard questions and provide enough value for them to make them want to do business with you. That's what a professional salesperson does. And guess what? Most of us, we were not raised or we did not get educated about this stuff coming up, whether we worked jobs or did side hustles or had businesses. We never really learned this stuff. Like, I never learned professional sales and marketing until I got to a point in my business or in my entrepreneurial journey that I realized, man, I'm struggling. I can't get past a certain point. And that's when I started doing research and getting around different people and learning and understanding that the reason why you're stuck and you can't get no further is because you do not know how to fix this big problem in a business called marketing, and you don't know how to fix this other big problem in business called sales. So if you can fix those two problems, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have money and you're going to have customers. Simple as that. And the more you do these two things, guess what? The more you're going to have. You're going to have more money. You're going to have more customers. So if you're having problems with money and customers as an entrepreneur, understand it ain't really money and customers who are your problem. It's marketing and sales. Okay. And the third biggest problem in a business is systems and processes. So you may feel like, I can't find reliable people to help me. Don't nobody want to work. Everybody lazy. Nobody don't have time to do nothing. It's not true. Most of the times when you're a solopreneur building a business and you don't have systems and processes, nobody don't really want to work for you. Like, who want to work for you and you all over the place? My wife used to tell me that all the time when we was just getting started. She used to always say, honey, you need systems. And I used to be like, what do you mean systems? She's like, listen, I used to work for corporate companies, manage stores for them, and they all had systems. And once I started understanding what she was really saying, then I had to take responsibility to put the right systems and processes in place. So I had to make my business make sense to me first. And then I had to learn how to use technology and platforms to create systems and document my daily activities to create processes so that when I did get support or when someone did come to help me or work for me, they could understand what they needed to do because it made sense to me and then it made sense to them. So it's not like people don't want to help you. It's not like there are not people out there who are not willing to support you. And it don't mean you got to pay people $100,000 a year to work for you or to help you or support you. Sometimes if you have a big enough vision and you put that vision together the right way, people will buy into the vision. Like, I got people that work for me. I can't pay them what they really worth because, like, you just can't pay people what they're really worth because, like, nobody gets paid what they're really worth. My company can't pay me what I'm really worth. You pay them based on what the market allows and what you know you can afford as a business owner and what's commensurate to what they do to the best of your ability. And then you provide other incentives and opportunities for them to make more money. But my point in bringing that up is, even though I bring people in to support me, I have to have systems and processes, and I have to be able to show them the bigger picture so that they can see the upside of helping me. Otherwise, they'll be working for somebody else who might pay them more money, but they might not have an upside. They might not have a future there. They might not have other opportunities. So if you, as a business owner, if you remove this false belief that your biggest problems are money, customers, and support, that's not your problem. Your problem is marketing, sales, and systems. If you take the time to learn about those things and you get better and better at those things every day, I promise you, the more you market, the more money you're going to make. The more you sell, the more customers you're going to have. The more you get better at systems and processes, the more you're going to have people that want to work for you, work with you, partner with you, support you, and connect with you because they see you got it together. So today's show was all about 3 biggest problems in business. And I hope I removed that myth out of your mind. Because again, if you ask most entrepreneurs today who own a business, what are your 3 biggest problems right now? Most of them will say money, customers, and support. Most of them will say that. And again, numbers don't lie. All you got to do is Google this stuff. People do studies and surveys and research all the time, and they come up with these facts, okay? So the average entrepreneur will tell you money is their problem, customers are their problem, support. That's just not true. Their biggest problems are marketing. They're not marketing. They're not getting attention. They're not promoting. They're not giving people value. They're not building a lead board, a base of people that they can communicate with on a regular basis. And they're not making sales. They're not converting those leads into deals. They don't know how to close. They don't use scripts. They don't have a professional sales process. And guess what? They have no systems and processes. They just out here winging it, and they swear for God that something gonna happen amazing and they gonna just have this $1 million company. It don't work like that. You gotta put in. You gotta get the knowledge first, and then when you get the knowledge, you got to learn how to put that knowledge to practice, and you might need support. So again, if you have any questions about what we shared today, maybe you have questions about marketing, you might have questions about sales, you might have questions about systems and processes, maybe you have questions about all three. We have courses that we teach this stuff. We have mentorship and coaching programs that we put together to help you create these type of activities so that you can start seeing success. I'm committed to helping you, helping my community, but you got to be committed to you. It ain't going to mean nothing if I'm committed and you ain't committed. Like, I'm committed to my success. I'm committed to my team's success, my family's success, and my community success, but you got to want it. You got to be willing to get committed. And sometimes you got to be willing to pay the price to get in so that you can learn this stuff and have the support that you need. That's why we put this Millionaire Mentorship program together. I have a 1-year mentorship program. I've got people who have been in this program since we launched the first phase of it 3 years ago. We are 3 years into this Millionaire Mentorship program. I think at this point, 3 years in, we probably had over 100 mentees come through this program. Over 100 people that have come through this program in the last 3 years. And some of them are still in this program after 3 years. You know why? Because they are learning to engineer $1 million companies. They're learning the ins and outs of their structure, their systems, their processes, marketing, sales, money, investing. It takes time to learn these things. But if you're interested in learning more about that, if you're an entrepreneur and a business owner and you know you need help and support, I would love to have a few minutes to talk with you. All you have to do is look in the comments. You will see a number with the word mentor. Just text the word mentor to that number. My team and I will reach back out to you. We'll answer any question you have. And hopefully we can talk a little bit to show you how this program can help you scale your business to 6-7 figures and beyond. So I appreciate you all for joining the show. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll be back here, same place, same time on the Ramonepreston Show. But don't forget, text the word mentor to the number you see in the comments. If you have any questions, I love to answer questions. I answer questions every day. Anytime anybody sends me a question, I do my best to answer it. Whether you text it, whether you call us, maybe you just need to figure out what direction you should go in your business as you prepare for the new year. My team and I, we're available to help you and give you the information you need. So we love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining the Ramonepreston Show. Don't forget to meet me here tomorrow, same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon. Until then, have an amazing Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Ramone.